That's where he's lecturing. His qualifications are as follows. He has PhD in social work, which he got it from University of South Africa in 2023, which is last year. Master's Social Work University from the University of Pretoria, 2018. BA Social Work, University of Pretoria in 2011. I think you will agree with me that the guest speaker that is coming is worth hearing. Area of specialization and work experience. He worked with child protection, where he worked for Northampton City Council, looked after children from 2018 to 2021. Child protection and religion, unmarried fathers' rights and responsibilities on children, marriage and relationship, publications, books and conference. He has a publication of Khatle. You will bear with me, I'm not a Sotho, so if I pronounce it incorrectly, please understand. Khatle, MS and Spama A 2023. Integration Professional Counseling during Marriage Counseling within Neo-Pentecostalism and Discreetly, that is Afrikaans. Number 2, Spama A, Likanyane MR, and Shirida ML 2023, an ecological system perspective on the role of social workers in the process of traditional male child circumcision in South Africa, social work, maatschappelijke werk. You mean in the Afrikaans? Yes. Okay. And then he has also a book which he wrote in 2018, which is called True Love Through Conflicts, which was published at Nolo, Pretoria. Speaking engagement, delivered paper at International Association of Social Work with Groups in 2009, USA, Chicago, and 2014, Canada. Radio and television appearances, Limpopo Department of Social Development, Provincial Social Work Symposium 2023. I was there when he was giving a speech. It was so powerful. Those who were there, they can attest to it, they were blessed. That's why I'm requesting that do yourself a favor and stop a movement so that at least you don't miss what you're going to share with us. The Department of Justice and Constitutional Development, Court Services Policy, Development and Management, Family Advocates Office, 2022. Mpumalanga Social Work Veterans Organization, celebrating Social Development Months, keynote speaker motivating social workers in 3 regions, 2022. Department of Statistics, South Africa, Disability Awareness Day, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I will request that we all rise as you will be helping me to... Are you ready? Yes. Can we all be on our feet? I want us to be ready and we welcome. Can we raise our hands so that when I mention his name, we ululate and give him some hands to show that we are ready. Help me to welcome Mr. Spama Andrew.
Masiari, Watoane, Narnerota, Yayani, Abisheni, Nijani, Ayuvuki, Ko, Jumelan, Ekai, Alcohol. The Africans men say so here. What did you do to all the Africans people here? What happened to all the African social workers in this province? They retired and then now to Cape Town somewhere. All right, but we still love them. They're part of us. The program directors, good to see you, and thank you very much. Really, this profession is just something else. You guys are going far, you know. I must export you to Gauteng to come and do your thing and expand this. You know, I'm really encouraged. Also, the district director's office, Mr. Lawan, thank you very much. And also, thank you for welcoming me. But you didn't welcome me, but it's okay. And also from the acting CD, not CD. Mama, thank you very much for the opportunity, and also everyone from the office. Thank you again for the opportunity. Our acting registrar, thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity again. To our guests, thank you very much. The pastors that are here, thank you very much again for this great opportunity. I've done all the things that need to be done. That gambling board. Yeah, I was just keen. You know, there is the law of attraction. That's something that you always think about. You end up attracting to yourself. And now this law of attraction doesn't matter whether you are thinking good things or bad things. Anything that you think more about. DJ, anything that you think about more often, you attract it to yourself. Right? So I've been observing for some time now the problem that we are having, that is growing, and that is gambling. You know, we are busy now spending money on open drugs, and we are setting places, but there's a problem that is growing silently. Silent and is gambling. And the problem is that it hits people who are decent, formal, working. And that is where unethical conduct comes in. Because you got this need that you need to feed and it needs money. And that's where you end up even taking money that does not belong to you to feed the need. And that's where another job is created for us as social workers. So in social work, you need to see beyond problems and see opportunities. When they say a problem, say, there must be a solution. Because every problem that you are facing, there is an opportunity of a solution. And there is an opportunity of those that will specialize in dealing with gambling. Now, there are psychologists. Psychologists have closed the game of counseling within the gambling board. There's a lot of money that they've closed it. I tried to knock at the door. It was not an easy one. But let's not worry about that. We are going to change it as social workers. We do it with psycho-social. So when you deal with the person with a gambling problem or drug problem, you are dealing with a person. Psychologists will deal with them as an individual. But we are seeing as social workers, you are seeing this person as a, but it got social impact. Because the children are affected, the family and other things. And we say that to them that we cannot deal with this thing. This person, once you have cancelled him, he must go back to the family. The family must help him. So we will need us as social. Give yourself a hand. You are ready. So automatically, even before universities can wake up to this thing, start doing research around gambling and how it affects families, children, and other responsibilities. You make it your research, and from there come up with a program for your PhD, and then from there implement it and get money from the gambling board and grow in your profession. You can do this thing. It was for free. DJ, thank you. Now, let me touch base quickly, appreciate my leader, the COD, the chair of department. Abbreviations is a problem. Now you've seen your when you are a social worker working in the medical field and they're busy doing these abbreviations. And you feel so lost as if you are not educated, whereas they're just abbreviations. So when you use abbreviation in front of people that don't know, please try to say it. Otherwise you say, what? Acting ACT, and then we find out you are saying wrong thing. So, Chair of Department, Professor Bezi, thank you very much for the opportunity. He told the acting registrar that I'm deploying Mr. Spam, and he deployed me on a holiday yesterday to come here. And you ask yourself, but isn't he using you? And you can say that he's using me because it was a holiday, and actually I had taken leave today. He cancelled my leave. He said, no, you can't take leave, you must go there. And remember this, she never allowed anyone to use you without your permission. Whether it's a supervisor, it's a manager, be wise. Because life is either you are used, but no one can use you without your permission. So it is important that as we work, because I know, one, he has brought me here. He has given me a pulpit I wouldn't have got otherwise. Yes. Now, the whole of Vhembe, most of the social workers, they know that there is Andrew Spama, acting registrar. I can stand for elections in the next elections of social workers. Because when they see Andrew Spama, they will be like, no, okay, no, we know him, we have seen him. Did you get it? So you always look for an opportunity to grow as a social worker. And also let me appreciate Prof. Ndau. Wow, what a wise man. What a wise man. I've been trying to think of having a blog, is it a blog? Or a YouTube channel of social workers where I can interview social workers that have moved from just being social workers in social development, who are doing other things except social worker. Because one of the mistakes that we are making is to think that our degree is merit in community of property with social development. James, can you call me the chairperson of NAHA I saw there's a political may you please just invite him quickly. I'm not marketing the union, but they are here, and I want to say something quickly. Also will help us as social work before I go into what I want to present on. So it is important that we understand that we are not married to social development. And social development is not the only profession or department that is supposed to employ us. Let's stop that mindset. It's delaying us and it's putting us out. Please say, come in. How about the command of our how? Right? So union represent the workers and their grievances and their rights. They protect you. Mara, how are we planning? Diva cancel. Right? So cancel as union. Social workers. These two are not the same. So they cannot represent you with your employer, the cancel. But he, if you take membership, yes, of course. Yes, he will represent you. And I said to you that I called him because I saw he's the only union that is here. But there are others. Right? So please, if you got any grievances concerning whether it's your working conditions and treatment and everything, there are processes where you can lodge grievances with the supervisor that is becoming unreasonable. You lodge it with the union, not the council. Is it clear? Thank you. So it is important, and one of the problems that I have seen with social workers is that we think that sometimes, and we are educated, but we don't go down. Even at our work, we don't attend union meetings, and from there they elect an auxiliary worker or a cleaner who is a permanent employee and becomes a union rep, and you want that person to go and represent you in the bargaining council, and they don't know the conditions that you are supposed to work in. That is why some of the people that are petitioning our offices, they don't understand about the issue of privacy and all these things that we are supposed to work in. And they just go and make a wall and they say, no, these are open space offices, you must work in there. And it's against our ethical conduct. And what do? We complain. We complain and we talk about our measures who doesn't understand. But the union are supposed to be representing you. And who is better person but you as a social worker to represent yourself in these bargaining councils? Forming another union, yes, you can do that, but it takes a lot of work to form a union. There was a union that we tried to form some years back, and we were going up and down, we went to Mafike and everything, but still it could not work. So it is important, social worker, that you take yourself seriously before someone can take you seriously. And let me go back to the communities. Why should we complain about people that are not educated leading us, whereas we are social workers in our communities? It's because we are so educated that we cannot attend community meetings, women's meetings, youth league meetings. We are not involved. And they need a secretary. And they just get this lady that is there, that is just talking. You can write a report. You can do a situation analysis, community analysis. You are trained in this thing. You can write a proper IDP for the community where you are able to consult with them, find their needs, and then put them, and tomorrow they elect you. Tomorrow we say the mayor of Messina or whatever, she or he's a social worker, and we are proud of social workers. Occupy your spaces. Go take your positions. You are not in marriage with Department of Social Development. You are not married to the Department of Social Development. Some of you, our challenge, you are even praying. They called the managers here, and I thought they were about 5 or 6. And they are going to the district, and the district has got some offices. And some of you are busy praying for some managers to die so that they can have a promotion. Really, because it's the chief, then from there is the whatever manager, then is supervisors. A lot of supervisors with a lot of social workers. And you look at it and you think, but when will I ever? And you realize that, yeah, our patient is waiting for me. Let me just relax. So tell your neighbor, my growth, my responsibility. No, she didn't hear you. I said, it is my responsibility that I should grow. I was saying to my son, by the way, he's here taking the video. It's my responsibility for now until he grows. And I've added 5 years to his age. I realized that in 5 years' time, you'll be an adult. And some of you are stuck. Leave me alone, my children. And you think that the boy and the child that you are busy raising will be with you for the rest of your life. They're going to leave you. In social worker, we learn about emptiness. How many of our parents build big houses in the rural and we have left them with their children? The fact that they don't even know each other. Hey, Mom Nyaziwa, Papa Nyaziwa, hey, where are you? I'm here. Hide and seek in the house. If you're going to stop living your life as a person for the sake of your children, for the sake of your husband or the relationship, you will cry one day. Because a person is with you today, tomorrow they are no more. Someone just come and say, because I saw another one that was praying of 8 women with 8 children who has taken the keys of the car. And that is why I come in as UNISA. UNISA, we are an open distance learning institution. You can study even when you are in Vhembe, when you start with UNISA. When you study, you develop yourself. And one of the things that I like about education, Mafunziko, is not in community of property. But someone is saying as a social worker, why should I study further? Because even though I study further, after studying, I will not get promotion, I will not get even a better. We have got people here that are doctors, but if you were earning the same, life is more than money. Yeah. When I made a decision to do my PhD, that thing is difficult. But most of us, we are looking more on the red gown, more than the process of getting the red gown. PhD taught me that I must do budget because I had to pay for myself, especially the first year. That means I must do budget. Because doing budget, you tell your money where it should go. Because money has got ears, Money has got eyes, and money has got feelings. If you don't tell your money where it should go, anything that comes, when you come into Shitandani, Lutrichat, or Makalo, when you get there are big billboards. And what are those billboards for? They are talking to your money. Even Betway is talking to your money. But most of us, we don't talk. So when you study, when you do a project, when you do a foundation, when you go to someone and say that I want to build without money, and you say that I want to, please draw me a house, I want to build a house without money, you are actually talking to your money even before it comes. And when it comes, it doesn't have a choice, but it will go there. Yeah. Because we've spoken to it. Yeah. And that's what PhD taught me. The other thing that PhD taught me was to time management. I realized that it's not every party that I must attend. It's not every baby shower that you must attend. Because your goal in life is greater than these things that are happening. Yeah. But if I have too much airtime and time to play with, they will say party, hey, there's someone that is decided to die somewhere, you must go, and you are going. There's someone that is having a party, please drive us, you are going. Because you've got too much time even to watch movies and things that are not benefiting you. That's what PhD. It's more about what it made out of me. But above all is self-confidence. It builds your, when you achieve something, no matter how small, it builds your self-esteem. You feel good about yourself. It is that because now, when you go to Matox and you look for a Bruce Palmer, Matox honey, that's why Parapara go far, because I'm buying Matox. Andrew Palmer, Dr. Andrew Palmer, for the first, in my family, the first one to have a PhD. You can be the first in your family. Yeah. Actually, you are supposed to be the first in your family. Don't stop at that degree. Go register that master's. Yeah, that's true. No, but you say, but then where will I get money? You remember when you went to university? You did not have money. Yeah. And here you are a graduate. Yeah. How did you make it? Some of you are traumatized by horrible people, and they are there. We've got horrible people at university. We've got horrible people in social development and horrible supervisors. They are there everywhere. And even you are one of the horrible people. Because in as much as you are pointing fingers, you don't realize that you are the one that is contributing. Let me say this thing that also came into my heart. I looked at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You remember that one? Yeah. Now, Maslow's hierarchy, let's draw it. Like one again. The pyramid. Now, Maslow says in his theory that for the people to survive on, they need to meet these needs until the upper one. Self-actualization. Is that the right one then? Now, the basic one is what? Is food, shelter, and right? And the second one I think is security and all those things, right? Now, most of us, we grew up running short of food and shelter and security. To such an extent, I'm done. When I finish this one, I think I'm done. To such an extent that when we are adults, the child was crying for food, shelter, clothing, and even a better house. You remember the girl that you were interested in just at the back there? But you could not even propose because you looked at your background and the house that you come from and realized that I'm not worth it. And the problem is that now you are driving a 4x4. You are just taking everything that comes. You are just proposing anything because now you feel that you qualify. And the problem is that food and shelter. We buy groceries like nobody. We buy food. Even food gets rotten. Because you are not buying food for your children. You are buying food for the smaller you who did not have food at home. Some of you are not buying clothes for yourselves. You are buying clothes for the smaller you. And the problem is that you are transferring this thing into your children. The children are surprised. And you buy them food, a lot of food, and they don't say thank you. You are angry because they don't say thank you. And you are always complaining, yeah, you don't appreciate. And they're asking, but you're supposed to do this. Because they don't know most idea of need and security. They are starting from that of love and affection. Yeah. That's why they want you to hug them. Yeah, you don't care. Hey, mama, you don't care. You never say I love you. You know, and you say, but I'm buying you food. I'm taking you to a private school. Yeah. You don't even walk to school, and you don't appreciate all these things that I'm doing to you for you. Yeah. And some of the men. Hey, why did the men sit in the bedroom? A man grew up. The father was not there. He did not buy grocery. He did not even build a house. And that hurt him from childhood. Then he's a man now. He's got children. And he has built them a house. And because the father did not buy food, he goes to the shop. Doesn't go with the wife. Goes alone. 80 kg, potatoes, onions, sugar, and then with the pen. Hey, come on. Hurry. And for him, he is the best father you could ever find. Because he is performing better than his father. I can have a lot of children. I look after my children. Yeah. That one, I'm giving them money. That one, when I buy a month end, I deliver all my children. I look after them. I'm the best father in comparing with your father. And we can change these things when we understand that our children, they are no longer starting life from on the pyramid. They start life from the third. They want affection. They want love. They want to be listened to. Here is my son. Right? I am with him. I must say this. I must say this with all respect. I'm with his just turned 14. Now we slept in the same room. Now, here's my son. I must be naked in front of my son. And I realized that this is my son. Tomorrow's gonna get him. We must build this relationship. He can trust me. Gents, your children need you. You are a social worker to all the people and giving them, but your children need you. Your children needs a father, they don't need a social worker. Wafunzi, your children need a father, they don't need a pastor. They don't need an apostle. They don't see an acting executive. They see a father. And let us become that to our children and our families. Let's make this thing work. Let's use the theories that we have learned in our own families. Some of you are about to get married. Someone is busy proposing you. But in businesses, there is what we call, if you can write it down, risk assessment. What do you call it? Risk assessment. Now, when we do risk assessment, Pastor Ramabula, is more where you do the background check and you identify pitfalls of the person. You remember genogram again? You remember genogram in social work? Where you check the person, where they are coming from, how they grew up. One of the things that, as we are saying, that gambling is so nice because people can wear a suit and look nice and they propose you, whereas they've got a gambling problem. Just think you are proposing a woman and you want to marry, you have children with that woman and she's got a gambling problem. And you go and marry her in community of property for that matter. And I see a lot of people are investing a lot of money for a wedding day, but few people take some money and invest it in a professional counselor who will help them to do a risk assessment. Who are you getting married to? He's got 3 children. What is the relationship of this person with the mothers of these 3 children? You are married Andrew Squammer. He's the firstborn of 3 brothers, so there is no woman. So if you marry Andrew, that means you are the first girl in that family. That means the mother is coming at your house when she's sick. You are marrying Andrew. Someone was telling me that beautiful. There is only one girl. Limakas. And someone was telling me during the week that the only girl can reverse all the marriages of the brothers. Oh, that chance. Oh, that. She can hit you all. And your marriage is messed up. And she's busy making children here at home. And you are coming. You are saying, I'm getting married to this guy. And you realize that you have just got yourself in more trouble than your mother's trouble. You should have stayed in your mother's house. The problem is that we don't do risk assessment. I conclude and I'm saying, as a pastor would say, in conclusion, there are 5 things that I want to read quickly as I sit down. This is number 4. Principle for successful social work to be principles for success in social work field. I must write a book on this one. How do you become a successful social worker? Have a definite purpose. Why are you doing what you are doing? And what do you want to accomplish? And what will it take for you to achieve that? Why is important in everything that you do. If your why is clear, how will take care of itself. When it is tough, we remember why. Let it be clear why you are doing it. Why have you registered for that course? Let it be clear. And don't forget even why you are married to this man. Because many people come into counseling and they say that this person is a headache, is a trouble. And I said, really? How many years? And you are still here. Okay, let's look what is working well in your life. This is a theory that is used in Australia and UK, where we ask what is working well in your life. As a person is coming, just ask them the question, what is working? They will tell you nothing. A person tells you that nothing is working well in my life. This person woke up in the house. This person drove to your office. This person's children are at school. This person is not lying in a hospital. But you ask them, what is working in your life? They say, nothing. So let us be intentional in finding things that are working. And they are there. Look at your hairstyle. Are you ready that nothing is working well in your life with such hairstyle? Find people, identify people. My surname is spelled wrong there. That's the email one. It's Spamer, Andrew. Spammer. It's Afrikaans. It's German. But I'm not German. Right? So please, identify people that you can. I'm going to look for Dr. Mdao. I'm going to look for you. If I have to buy him lunch, I'll do that. And I realize that he's a busy man, but I'm going to look for you. Identify people that are doing something or I've got something similar or closer to what you're looking for. Have a mastermind. It's not, look at your phone, how many people are having. And you've got a problem, but none of them. You realize that these are gossiping people, all of them. And you've cut them. You want advice, none of the people that you're having in your phone can even advise you. You know it very well. So identify people, and some of them you must pay them. Because in as much as you want to gain out of other people, people want to gain out of you. So go further. So I have a group of people. If she's now a teaching director, ask yourself how. Look at a CV. Go to LinkedIn. Look at some positions. Look at this position. If they say that a minimum of a degree, you qualify for it. Add other courses. This is like a cake. Your curriculum is like a cake. You just decorate it the way you want to decorate it. Add some courses, labor relation courses, HR courses, and when there's a position, you apply. Then you grow from there. Identify those people. Which partners do you need and choose to be for you to be successful? Number 3, applied faith. You are going to church now. No, I'm not going to church. Faith is something that you believe in your mind, in your heart. Some of you, your problem is not outside there. Your problem is in the mind. Some of you, your philosophies, things that you are thinking about. Some of you, your problem is that you see a black cat in Jere passing in front of you. You think of witchcraft. You go to Stadan, a black cat passes. There is no witchcraft in Stadan. So the problem is not the cat. The problem is in your mind. Yeah. So the sooner you change the mind, the sooner you will be successful. There are certain beliefs as social workers and as people that we are holding on to that are delaying us. Some of us, we are supposed to be the first people in our families to go to UK, to go to Australia, to work overseas. But because you are so believed, you are heading to the graveyard. And your grandmother, who has never even been to Johannesburg, says, because people will limit you according to what they've been exposed to. But because today I am a doctor in my family, all the siblings, the cousins and everyone, they can see and know that it is achievable because I have gone through it. Because I went to the UK and worked in the UK and come back and took my son and we went to the UK. His faith is built upon what I have exposed them to. Chief Director, I think I'm going to make a commitment. I'll look for 5 children, foster children who have never been to Gauteng, just to go and expose them. And I think, let's talk about it because I've got some money. Someone gave me money to do some projects, right? Because, you see, exposure, just from somewhere with Koko, who has never been to Standard and work with in the estate, the faith of that child changes. Because what is the ambition of that child? All one day drive a track and then I send you go for and then I send you go for We need to expose ourselves, expose the children that we are working with, and change the situation. Let me quickly apply faith. Exposure builds your faith. He's got the responsibility. If he doesn't go further than I've gone, it's his choice. I would have done everything to expose him. Write this one. Going an extra mile, I'm done. Going an extra mile. You see, you think that a person is making you a fool. Yes, you need to learn to be assertive. Assertiveness is important. Learn to have boundaries, but learn to go an extra mile. You see, today, I'm meeting the registrar. My boss spoke and said, I'm deploying Andrew. You will meet Andrew. He didn't know who is Andrew. Actually, we are coming from the same village, from Atosh, both of us. We didn't know each other. But because I've gone an extra mile, now I've met, and I've met all these people. And you know, even amongst your children, which one when you send, they will do the job, and the one that will not do the job. And that is where our promotion. Life requires extra mile, ladies and gentlemen. And we need to learn to go an extra mile. Not for the management, not for anyone, but for ourselves. When they say that there is a planning committee for next year, volunteer and be there. There are some of you, when they have to describe you in an interview, when they are positioned, they say, we want to give Andrew the position. Which one? No, the one with chief scope. Which chief scope? No, the one that has got a goomba on the head. Oh, is that how you want to be known? In the whole of Vhembe district. Make a choice that you will grow. MC, I'm done. Be careful how you treat people. Because, you know, access card is so powerful. And it's relevant as long as you are employed. Hey, go out on pension. And the same security that you used to create. Next time when your access card is no longer working, we'll ask you to fill in the form. And it's so painful. So be careful how you treat your subordinate. Because you can't share so please, sing that to your